Hey everybody, this is Thane from Thrive and Peak, and wherever you are in this world, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I hope you're doing all right. Today I want to talk to you guys about something real, something that doesn't really get spoken about enough, in my opinion, but I think we've all been dealing with it as a species since the dawn of time, right? For as long as you've been a person in this world, I feel like the emotion loneliness has existed. And that's what we're going to talk about today, loneliness. Because loneliness has been around for as long as humans have existed, as long as people have been alive. There's always been someone somewhere feeling alone, right? And I just want to start by saying something. Loneliness is not something you completely defeat forever. You know what I mean? It's constant. It comes and goes like seasons. That's the pendulum of life. Even I experience loneliness to this day. But what I can tell you is you can learn to handle it, you can learn to move through it, and you can learn to kind of grow from it as well, so to speak. So before I end this video, I'm going to give you 3 tips of what you can carry into loneliness and a little better in 2026 and beyond, right? So let's get into it. Tip number one, first thing I want to talk about is communication. One of the biggest misunderstandings about loneliness is that sometimes you're not physically alone. You feel alone because you feel emotionally isolated. You feel like no one understands what's going on inside of you. You feel like you can't explain your emotions, and even when you try, people can't really relate. So your mind starts whispering, "Maybe I'm the only one," and that's where your loneliness thrives, when it starts saying like it probably is just you. That's where it festers. But here's the wild part: in 2026, we are more connected than ever. Social media, the internet, constant communication. But somehow people are lonelier than ever too, because what we see online is really only a highlight reel, right? You scroll through Instagram and you see someone on a trip, someone smiling, someone living what looks like to be the best life, right? And meanwhile, you're sitting there like, I'm with myself 100% of the time, and my life does not look remotely like that, you know. But you have to remember, most people only show you the top 5% of their life on social media. Loneliness convinces you that you're behind. It tells you that you're missing out, that you're alone in how you feel. So the first step is pretty simple. You just open the dialogue. You start small. You start with a close friend, or if you're opposite and you feel like it's less stakes, and talk with a stranger. Make small talk at work. Say good morning. Ask someone how they're doing. Because loneliness grows in silence, and connection builds with one conversation. If that makes sense, you know what I mean. And here's step two: reconnect with yourself. Because to be honest with you, you're going to be with yourself your entire life, so you might as well get to know yourself. And I want to make this clear: it's not selfish. You're not being self-centered. It's necessary. Loneliness is sometimes your soul telling you to come back to yourself. Like, hey, spend more time doing things that bring you peace. If you can't find peace, bring it to you. It's like, don't catch butterflies, grow a garden, so to speak, like that. Learn your triggers. Learn what makes you spiral. Learn what recharges your battery. And then you can ask yourself, what do I need right now? How do I rest? Do I need movement? Do I need creativity? Do I need to cry? Do I need to punch the air like Trey and from Boys in the Hood? You know what I'm saying? Like, we swinging in the air and shit. Do I need to sit outside and breathe? You don't always need someone else. Sometimes you need to learn how to be your own safe space. Prioritize yourself. Not every day obsessively, but with intention. Intentionally do it. Because you better understand yourself, or the better you understand yourself, I'm sorry, the less terrifying solitude becomes. Um, today's final tip, tip number 3, my third piece of advice is, pick up a hobby, and go deep in with a hobby. Go deep. Find something that gives your life meaning, something that you can pour yourself into, because hobbies don't just fill time, they help you build an identity. They build purpose. They build another community, right? Maybe it's fitness. Maybe it's art. Maybe it's writing. Maybe it's music. Maybe it's gaming. Maybe it's starting a channel, like how I did. Um, whatever it is, do something that pulls you forward. It makes you feel like you're becoming closer to your highest self, so to speak. You're you're filling those holes that you feel of the loneliness where things that you want customize your character because you're your own character, so to speak, for us gamers out there, right? Um, and you can start showing up to places. You can start you meet similar people with similar passions, you know. You stop waiting for life to happen and you start putting your hand in it. You start building your life, if that makes sense. And if you think about it collectively, your loneliness shrinks when your life expands, right? um, and I think that's something worth note worth taking, you know. And I'm gonna end with this. A lot of us punish ourselves to this day. We punish ourselves because we're not where we want to be in life, or we're not where someone else is. But listen, there are very few guarantees in life, but I can guarantee you this: the person that you envy is envying someone else too. That's part of being human, honestly. We chase what feels attainable, but we forget to celebrate what we've already survived. And I'll be honest, that's something I've struggled with, to be completely transparent. I've always had this mindset of grind now and relax later. But then I realized, when do I actually allow myself to relax? When do I allow myself to take up space? When do I allow myself to breathe? That's what, like, and I just want to say, I'm grateful to be here. There have been moments in my life where I didn't know if I'd make it, but I did. And now I get to speak, I get to share, I get to leave the world better than what it was left for me. And that's my gift to everyone. That's my gift to my children. That's my gift to you. And if you're watching this right now, just know that you are not alone, you are understood, and you're still becoming. This is Thrive and Peak, and we will keep climbing. I will see you in the next one. Thank you.